Warning, the following video is not made for kids. If you're a little kid watching this, I recommend you watching something else. Once again, this video is not for kids. So, let's get into the story. Does anyone know about a Brazilian book series known as Princesses do Mar? In English, it translates into Sea Princesses. It was a children's book series that was created by a cartoonist and book creator named Fabu Yabu. When his books was getting popular, he decided to adapt his books to television by naming it by the same name, Princesses do Mar, or Sea Princesses. It aired around the whole entire world, along with in the UK. In America, lucky me, I watched this show. And my parents caught wind of this. Every time I would go to my babysitter, that being Kiki, she would always put on Sea Princesses for me. It was my favorite show alongside with SpongeBob, the Powerpuff Girls, and Ed, Edd and Eddy. But soon that will all change. In 2024, I was a teenager. I was at Kiki's house. I was watching their TV in the living room. I was watching SpongeBob, my favorite show. I was watching a bunch of episodes on part of a special run by Nickelodeon. The episodes that were on were Blackjack, Crabborg, Frankendoodle, One Course Meal, Wormy, SB129, SpongeBob BC, aka SpongeBob Before Comedy, Help Wanted, Your Shoes Untied, and I Had an Accident. They were fun episodes, and SpongeBob was the popular show for me. As I got done watching I Had an Accident, I heard Kiki call my name. She said that I got a package. I said, I don't remember ordering anything, but she said it was for me. So she brought over the package and opened it up, and inside was a Sea Princesses DVD. The DVD looked okay. It looked fine. It was in Spanish, but I speak fluent Spanish as I translated it to, in English it translates to Princesses of the Sea, Underwater Fun. So she took out the disc from the case, and the disc looked like this. She put the disc in the DVD player as it started. It started up with a few commercials. When the commercials were over, it showed the main menu, which it looked fine. It featured the logo, and right there were the three characters, Esther, Pulvina, and Tuberina. TT selected play all episodes as it played all the episodes from the first season to season 1, season 2, and season 3. I thought it was going to be over, but I got a message. Warning, the following episode you're about to see was originally planned for the 4th season of Princesses do Mar, aka Sea Princesses, but it was scrapped due to its adult content. If you are planning on watching this, please note that you are about to see horrible stuff. Viewer discretion is advised. What? I said. As the episode started up, it started off with the Spanish intro that I remember. Here's how it goes. It went like that. When the intro was over, it started up with showing me, the characters. Esther, Pulvina, and Tuberina were swimming together, talking about something. I couldn't hear their voices because the audio was turned down. I thought, maybe it's broken, I said. As the scenes continue on, they were talking about things what they can do for fun. Pulvina said,
So, what do you guys want to do today?
Tuberina said,
Well, gee, I don't know,
she said in a salty tone.
How about we go see that coral?
Esther said.
No, that's dumb,
replied Tuberina. As they were kept on chatting, they heard something. They looked up, and what I saw, it was a scuba diver.
Who's that person?
Pulvina asked.
I don't know, but he seems trouble.
Tuberina said,
Well, why don't we go explore?
replied Esther. The three trio swam off to see who the mysterious figure was. As they did, the screen went to static. What the heck? I said. Is the screen broken or something? I said. I messed with the TV, and it started it back up. The scuba diver was chasing after the sea princesses. They were screaming. Their voices didn't sound like their usual goofy, adult-like voices, but it said like actual people were screaming and scared. As they swam away, the scuba diver destroyed everyone, including the other characters. I was scared. The warning screen didn't kidding about this being adult content, I said. As the episode kept on going, Pulvina, Esther, and Tuberina were the only survivors underwater. They were scared. Oh my gosh, this is scaring me out, I said. The scuba diver then appeared. I'm about to mess you all up, replied the scuba diver.
What do we even do wrong?
Tuberina said. Nothing. I'm gonna turn you all into fish sandwiches. The diver laughed evilly. He approached Esther and began to beat her up. Tuberina and Pulvina stared in horror, seeing their friend being beaten up. It then went into a montage scene of them hiding from the scuba diver. I thought they were going to survive this, but I was so wrong. They swam away, but the scuba diver eventually caught up to them. He began to beat them up as I could hear them screaming. The voice actors sounded like they were actually in agony. As the screen faded to black, I thought it was over as I was about to unplug the DVD player. As I was about to, something happened which made me was in shock. It was the sea princesses, their dead bodies. Pulvina had a scratch on her hair, her eyes were blacked out, and there was red all over her. Same with Esther. She was missing one of her arms, and Tuberina had literally had a harpoon in her stomach. Red was all over them. As I was staring in shock, seeing my favorite childhood characters dead. In the background, I can hear a voice that said, "Sea princesses are dead," the voice said, and "This was your fault, and your fault alone, and you deserve this and much more." As that was over, the episode ended, as I was in shock. Kiki came back and saw me in shock. I showed her the video and she believed me. Dwayne came over and he was in shock too. I managed to take a few screenshots when Dwayne literally destroyed the DVD and destroyed it and threw it in the trash can. Samarian came home and saw me in shock. He comforted me saying, "I'm gonna get you through this. It's gonna be okay." I still watch Sea Princesses on YouTube to this very day, but every time I watch an episode, I get the feeling that there's going to be a scuba diver that's going to destroy them. If you are watching an episode of Sea Princesses and this was the episode for the canceled season 4, do not watch it. It's not what you think. You will end up in the same predicament that I am in. So don't watch it at your own risk. That's the end of this story. Goodbye, viewers.